Welcome to our course on Philippine indigenous communities. Our first lesson is about indigenous cultural communities, traditional knowledge, and indigenous knowledge systems and practices, or what we call as IKSPs. So by the end of this lesson, students should be able to, one, determine and differentiate between indigenous cultural communities, traditional knowledge, and indigenous knowledge systems and practices. Second, to be able to explain the characteristics and significance of traditional knowledge, including its role in cultural identity, environmental sustainability, and decision-making processes within indigenous communities. Now let's first have an understanding of the indigenous cultural communities, or ICC. When we say indigenous cultural communities, or ICC, we actually refer to groups of people in the Philippines who have historically maintained distinct cultural traditions, social structures, and governance systems. The 1987 Philippine Constitution, particularly in Article 2, Section 22, recognizes and promotes the rights of the ICCs. ICCs are also referred to uh, as Indigenous Peoples, or IPs, under the Indigenous Peoples Rights Act, or IPRA, of 1997, that is Republic Act 8371. From then on, we will always talk about Republic Act 8371. So let's have some examples of ICCs in the Philippines. First, the Cordilleran tribes, example the Ifugao, Kalinga, Bontoc, known for the Banawi rice terraces and indigenous governance structure. We have also the Lumad of Mindanao, example the Manobo, Sobanon, Tibuli, who are known for their deep spiritual traditions and environmental stewardship. We have also the Mangyan of Mindoro, who are recognized for their indigenous script, what we call a Surat Mangyan, and subsistence farming. We also have the Aita of Luzon, who are among the earliest inhabitants of the Philippines with strong forest-based traditional knowledge. Now, how about traditional knowledge and indigenous knowledge systems and practices? First, we have to differentiate traditional knowledge from the IKSPs. When we say traditional knowledge, it is actually a broad term referring to the accumulated wisdom, beliefs, and customs passed down through generations. While indigenous knowledge systems and practices, or IKSPs, we are referring to specific methods, techniques, and cultural practices that indigenous communities use in daily life, including agriculture, medicine, rituals, and conflict resolution. What are the characteristics of IKSPs? First, they are orally transmitted. They are passed from elders to younger generations through storytelling and rituals. Second, they are community-centered. They are shared within the community and integral to group identity. Nobody owns the IKSPs. It is shared by the community as a whole. They are dynamic and adaptive. They evolve in response to to environmental and social changes. Another characteristic is that they are interconnected with nature. They are deeply rooted in ecological knowledge and resource management. Now, how about the significance of traditional knowledge and IKSPs? One is cultural identity. That is very obvious because IKSPs, they strengthen indigenous identity and continuity of cultural heritage. Example, the Hudhud chants of the Ifugao, which is a UNESCO recognized oral tradition, narrates epic stories of Ifugao's history and values. Second significance is environmental sustainability. IKSPs promote biodiversity conservation and sustainable resource use. Example, the Muyong system of the Ifugao, a traditional forest management practice, actually protects watersheds and promotes agroforestry. Number three, decision making and governance. IKSPs and traditional knowledge, they actually guide indigenous leadership and conflict management. For example, Bodong of the Kalinga, which is a peace pact system that prevents tribal conflicts and maintains social harmony. Number four, traditional health and medicine. Traditional knowledge and IKSPs, they actually offer herbal remedies and healing practices which are used for generations. To cite an example, the Hawak healing of the Aita uses herbal medicine and spiritual healing techniques. Now let's proceed to the legal framework and protection of IKSPs in the Philippines. Obviously, we have the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act or IPRA of 1997. Again, this is Republic Act 8371. It recognizes and protects the rights of the ICCs or IPs, and it promotes the protection of IKSPs against exploitation and misappropriation. Remember the case of the famous Kalinga tattoo artist about to be manipulated by a vlogger saying that the lady tattoo artist was able to sign a contract with him. He failed to realize that this is an example of misappropriation because the knowledge on tattoo is actually owned by the whole community. Now, what are the challenges in protecting traditional knowledge? One, as we have just cited as an example, is commercialization and exploitation. That is the unauthorized use of indigenous practices by corporations and researchers. Second is loss of transmission, the declining number of knowledge keepers due to modernization. The younger generation tend to go to the urban cities without paying attention to the IKSPs that they have from generation to generation. Another is environmental threats. The climate change and the deforestation that affect traditional practices. So in conclusion, we have to state that indigenous knowledge is a link to the past, a guide to the present, and a foundation for the future. So to ensure its survival, we must, one, recognize its role in culture, environment, and governance. Second, we need to respect indigenous rights and traditions to protect it from exploitation and loss, promote awareness for future generation. So by safeguarding indigenous knowledge systems and practices, we honor, sustain, and celebrate the rich heritage of Indigenous Cultural Communities, or ICCs. As they say, protecting indigenous knowledge means protecting a way of life. So next meeting, we will proceed to the next lesson, which is about the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Thank you. See you then.